This right here is an NFC tag, and it lets you turn just about anything you make into a smart device. And since I'm a maker, I'm going to show you a few fun things that you can make that not only are functional, but have a little bit of that wow factor with 3D printing and a whole lot of help from my eufyMake E1 printer. Before we get too far into this, I'm going to show you how to set up an NFC tag in your software, whatever slicer you use, because it's really easy. First, you start with your model, and then just add a negative volume. This should be in any slicer you have. You make it in the shape of whatever size and shape NFC you have. So mine are cylinders. They're 25 millimeters in diameter and 0.15 millimeters thick. So I put those numbers in, making it a tiny bit bigger for tolerances, and then I position it in the middle of my design. Next up, just slice your model. Find the layers right before the NFC slot is covered, and then add a pause. This allows you to actually place the NFC tag in your print, and then you just send it to your printer. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, what's the first thing I actually made? Okay, these are really cool. They're cassette tapes that have interchangeable little tap cards here. And since it's a cassette, I made them link to different music playlists so that you can switch things out depending on your mood. They could be for your favorite workout or a gift to a significant other. But what really makes this print special is the eufyMake itself. I made a custom label for each of these, and then I also made the insert tell you what it actually links to, and the design is cohesive. So it's really cool. I love the interchangeable playlists, and I'm excited to make a ton of these in different colors so that I can swap them out and have a really cool collection. Now this is definitely something for someone you care a lot about. It's a heart keychain that has an embedded NFC tag in it. And again, NFC tags can do anything. So whether you want to share a poem or a voice memo of a sweet thought or a special song or photo album, you can do it with this. But to elevate it, I used the eufyMake to do something that I couldn't do any other way. I made a cartoon version of a couple. This is just for an example, obviously. And I used the E1 to make them literally pop out of this keychain, which is really cool. It's the coolest thing the E1 does because it can give real texture and thickness to a design that would otherwise be really boring or flat. Now, taking advantage of that same feature, I did something a little different. Now, this is an NFC business keychain. I run a YouTube channel, obviously, so this is an easy way to share my channel info. But for somebody else, it could share a website, a phone number, email address. The reason I went this route, though, is to stand out. People will remember the guy with a cool keychain versus the plain business card you lost before you even made it home. I think for me, linking to my channel makes it a lot less awkward than standing next to somebody, spelling out your channel name or fixing a typo or whatever it may be. This just makes things a lot smoother, and it has that same textured effect, and it looks really premium and high-end. And I think it made a 3D print that much better with the E1. This is another really fun project. It's a record. I 3D printed a record, I put an NFC tag in it. Now imagine giving this as a wedding gift, and you tap it, it goes to your first song. Or maybe it's a link to a wedding video. The E1 did two things here with this, and it obviously printed the design, and I'm really happy about that, it looks good. But what it also did was print a gloss coat over everything. Now, that made it look a whole lot more like a real record because 3D prints can feel a little bit dull and sloppy, but that gloss really helped sell the effect here. Okay, so finally, the last thing I made for this video. These are the simplest things to print, but they're one of the most impactful. I just made a 4x6 blank card, embedded in NFC before sending it to the E1 to print a regular old photo. Well, a regular photo on one and a texture one on the other, which is really cool. Now, for this, it's simple. You can just link to a whole photo album from this day, or link to a memory or a video associated with this picture. And it makes it a whole lot more special than just printing a photo on a piece of paper. I hope you learned a little bit today, got some cool ideas, and I'm really excited to make more with the E1. And for anybody with a 3D printer, please, I hope you steal a few of these ideas for yourself. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.